Hello again, folks. At this event, we've got two of our favorite keyboard players. So I've asked one of them, Cheryl, to come up on stage with her magic piano, which she's playing right now for us. And Cheryl and Hilary and their colleagues have been with us now at a few conferences in Cardiff, and they even came to Budapest earlier this year. I'm losing my years. When we first decided to have STTRs, speech-to-text reporters, at DjangoCon in 2015, we thought it would be useful. We thought it would be valuable because if just one deaf person, one non-hearing person, decided to come to a conference for the first time because that provision was there, we thought it would be worth it. We thought it was a bit of a luxury, a bit of an expense, but something worth doing. And that's what we thought. But it immediately became apparent that something else was happening. It wasn't just, in fact, as far as I know, we still haven't actually had one non-hearing person benefit from this. But everybody else has. People whose first language is not English. People who are not deaf but maybe don't hear very well in certain situations. People who have just become rather tired of listening and want to rest that part of their brain and use their eyes instead. Or people whose attention wanders for a minute and then they can look up at the screen and see the scroll back and pick up again without losing the track of the talk. So what we thought might help just one person has actually helped, at one point or another, most of the people who are in the talk. So what we thought was a kind of niche accessibility initiative turned out to be of general benefit. So that was a surprise to us and a really welcome surprise. So many people have said, what speech-to-text software are you using? It's so good. As I said, it's been a million or more years in development. And I'm going to let Cheryl talk to you a little bit about what she does. She's going to show you her magic piano there. I think that's what they're actually called in the industry. And Cheryl, do you want to show our audience what you're doing and how you're doing it? Please, and by the way, a big, big round of applause for our STTRs.
How much cable have I got? That's fine. Okay, good morning, everybody. As you can see, as I was typing, the words are coming up on the screen. This little box here is my aid. So if words are repeated, it will give me a little shortcut. So basically, sorry, to roll back a bit, I'm typing shorthand on an electronic keyboard. So I'm typing letters, whole chords of letters at the same time, which means that I can achieve words up to 250, 300 words a minute. The world record is about 360 words a minute, I think. Regularly, very fast speakers. I've got a little counter you will see on the left there. That was Daniel. What was it saying? Sorry. Apologies. That's fine. Yeah, that's fine. Sorry. Yeah, it's really small on my laptop here because the resolution has gone down. So yes, it's 200, I clocked Daniel at 231 words a minute there. That's didn't feel that fast, it's okay. So basically the software, it helps us, and we've got this little box. So Daniel said magic piano. Now if I write that out fully, if I go magic piano. So I've got 4 strokes there. Now it's given me a shortcut, which is MA*G. So if I press that, I'll get the word. It's very intuitive, so it means that you can, frequent phrases you can do really quickly. It'll give you a shortcut and put it in your dictionary. So all the chords that we are typing works on a recognition process. If I show you my dictionary, so this is my main dictionary, and I've probably got something like 60,000 words in here. So different words. So that's the word meal. So I would press M-A-O-E-L all together, and that would bring my word meal up. So the software recognizes the word, recognizes the chords that I am pressing, and looks for the match in the dictionary and brings the word up. So for specific things like Django, this is my Django master dictionary. So there's Bashar's name there. So the chord I press is bash bash. And when I do bash bash, if I go back to here, bash bash, it brings up Bash's name on a new line. And then I can type what he says. And the same for Daniel. Daniel's is Dan Dan. Dan Dan. And then Daniel's name comes up. So you program it. So when you do a conference like this, you need so much, the more information that you can get, the better, because it means that you can pre-input words. You can do things on the fly, as we call it. So if I have somebody get up on stage that I don't know who it is, but then I realize who it is, I can fingerspell. Well, I can put my caps on. So if I'm typing normally, I can type caps, and then everything comes up in capital letters. So if I put my caps on, new line, Daniel, colon, and then the colon, you'll see cap off come up then. I define my dictionary entry so that it takes my capital off. So now I can type, and it's back to normal. So it's all on recognition. It's all on recognizing entries, and you keep on building. The speed it feels like a lifetime to get the speed. You can start, and maybe when you've learnt the keyboard, depending on what system you're on, there's two different systems. The stenograph system, which is the American system, you start off and the keyboard takes you about 3 months to learn how to do all the letters, because you're basically playing a piano, which is why Daniel said that it's a magic piano. And then you have the Palantype system, which you can learn in about 2 weeks, but the speed building will take the same amount of time. So I've been doing this now for about 15 years. Hillary's been doing it for a lot longer, and started off in the court system, taking the court transcripts. And I started off as a note taker supporting deaf people. And in fact, I saw Hillary doing this at a conference, and I thought, I really want to learn this. And that's how I started. So Hillary's got far more experience than I have. But each conference that you do, you learn new things. I found Bashar's talk absolutely fascinating, because it's all about language. And basically, all of us who do this job, we're all a bit geeky with regards to languages. And so it's a really interesting job, and we just keep on building. We keep on building the speeds. The speed building probably takes 4 years to get your basic. So in this country, you have to reach 180 words a minute. In America, the qualification exams are 225 words a minute. But average speech is anything from 180 words a minute to 250. I've clocked somebody at 330, which was painful. And the gentleman that was got up on stage last night to do the lightning talk, I don't think I've ever heard anybody talk so fast. And we just looked at each other in horror. What do I do with this? So it's an exciting job. It's seat of the pants stuff. It's very good, but it's a pleasure, as always, to be here.
Thank you very much. And, thank you also, Hillary, over there. Sorry.